Hello, my name is Advocate Numani Algir. I have done my Bachelor's of Law from University of the Punjab Law College, and my session was from 2013 to 2016. During my last 8 years, and since I graduated from my law college, and prior to becoming so busy and in the legal practice, I tried my best to get some good job, but due to my incompetency and due to my some, you may say that, due to the prevailing situation and lack of jobs available in the government sector of the Pakistan, I remained unsuccessful to grab any job in all those years. I prepared for CSS, to whom we called in Pakistan Central Superior Services of Pakistan, highest competitive exam of Pakistan, and through which bureaucrats are being chosen. Then I attempted numerous and taken the numerous grade 17 jobs and government jobs. I nearly in the past 4 to 5 years, and prior to these last 4 years, nearly total theory after my graduation, nearly for total 6 years, I prepared a lot and I used to appear in each and every competitive exam. But unfortunately, I remained failed to grab any job and qualify any exam. You may consider it my incompetency or the due to the corrupt system of Pakistan, or due to my less mental capabilities. But the truth is that I attempted and I tried a lot, but still I failed. The reason because of which I have arrived to in front of all of you is because today I have something to tell to all of you, and today I have to tell all of you the reason of my arrival on this social media and the thing which forced and propelled me to come here and to talk with all of you people, all of you guys, to the world, and lighten my heart by saying whatever is in my heart, and make some announcements today about my future goals. Uh, Earlier to my today's arrival and appearance in before all of you, I used to go to courts, and many of my clients could tell me that all my neighbors and all my my people who are in my circle and who used to see me have now that I used to go to court. The reason why today I decided to quit going to the court, making social media my only mean of communicating and to all of you, providing my legal services to all of you, and attracting clients through this way. I am going to explain the logics and the reasons of all these my actions. I am in legal practice. I am actually a lawyer of high court. I am in practice for the last 8 years. My session was 2013 to 2016, and after my graduation, I in 2017, May 2017, 2017, I have had got my license from the subordinate courts, and then in 2020 I got a license of Liver. I If you people will ask me that in what field and sector I am expert, then it would be very difficult for me to explain to all of you that which sector and field I am expert is in. I am expert in. Basically, I provide services, legal services in all the fields. It all depends upon the work which arrive and the nature of the client which come to me, and it all depends upon the basically it all depends upon the work. If family cares will arrive, then I will deal and pursue the family cases. If civil case will arrive, then I will pursue the civil cases. If criminal case will arrive, then I will pursue the and litigate the criminal case. And if the consumer court cases will arrive, then I will deal and litigate the consumer court cases or consumer cases. So basically, you may say that I am an all-rounder. I am not specialized in any specific field. I believe that a lawyer is someone who is expert in every field of his life, and I strive for the same in my life. And now let's come to our point. Now I'm going to describe and reveal to all of you why I decided to come on social media and decided to make my own home, my own office, and to social media, my way of talking to you people, reaching to all of you people, and attracting all of you, my clients, through this means and way. If I will say that I am not the junior of anyone, then it would be incorrect. And I am in the last 8 years, and in the time span of the last 8 years, and during the profession of my last 8 years, I remained in the juniorship of so many lawyers, competent lawyers, normal lawyers. But why I decided not to remain with them and to become an independent and create my own identity and uh, establish my own law firm is that uh, the seniors which provides guidance and teaches the union lawyers in Pakistan. Their situation is very miserable. They basically they don't teach their juniors the way they should be, and they basically they on the on other hand or contrarily they exploit them, and they will try to drink their blood and drain them as much as possible in return of uh, creating their identity. They will send you daily on the court hearings and in order to know the dates, but they will not guide you or help you in any way. They don't pay you. You have to bear your own expenses. That's why, and their attitude towards their junior lawyers is very inappropriate and is highly condemnable, and these were the reasons because of which and insultive their attitude towards their juniors is also insulting, divisive, discouraging, disappointing, and that these were the reasons because of which I left my seniors and I choose to work independently and establish my own law firm and do my work by my own way. Today, I'm gonna. There was also an incident due to which I separated from my last senior, and I would like to share a short story about that incident. That incident is I wouldn't like to mention the name of my dad senior, but I would like to share my story and the reason why I left this juniorship of a senior. So basically, he was a renowned lawyer, renowned and famous lawyer, but he was, and every senior lawyer has a sense of pride and sense of superiority in him, and one day he had a habit of not going to the hearing of the cases during the litigation of any of his clients' cases. And I was his junior. I was one of his juniors. There was one another of his junior, and I used to accompany him. My senior had the habit of not going to the hearing on the hearings of the cases, his clients' cases, and hence not arguing in the cases. One day I asked my senior if he would like to allow me, and if he would give me permission and allow me, then I would feel happy to argue in these cases. And I asked him to kindly write my name in his power of attorney, so I would be able to pursue and litigate the cases properly instead of just getting the status of the cases from the courts or marking the attendances of the courts, or just uh, appearing to be a mean of communication between him and the court. But upon my this simple and reasonable request, instead of appreciating me, he contrarily asked one of his other past junior, who was also my classmate in University of the Punjab Law College, and who had arranged my uh, setup with him, with his senior, dad senior. My senior asked my dad class fellow to teach me some lessons, and he is, took me to his own chamber, which was just adjacent to my senior's chamber, just in the adjacent building of my senior's chamber. And by taking me there, he asked me why you asked his, which was also my senior, asked his senior or my senior, when he said that my senior, about writing your name in his power of attorney and allowing you to argue in his cases. And upon this, he became angry and started beating me and tried to beat me and abuse. He also started abusing me. I I went outside of his. I ran from his chamber and went downstairs and then go upstairs in the adjacent building where my senior used to sit. I I cried a lot. I made a huge hue and cry, and I called the police. And with the very difficulty, I saved my life. And on that day, my senior asked me that this time I forsake your life, and next time you will not enter here. And he challenged me, dare to get any case and make your own identity in the world. I then I got separated from him and I started my own practice. By nature too, I like to and I feel happy to be to fight alone and to appear in my all cases alone. Then from that day to onward, until date, I didn't join any chamber or I made or I didn't made the part of any chamber. Then on for the last 4 to 5 years, I am actively in and active in legal profession and in legal practice. And you may call it my helplessness because I failed to get any job in any legal sector or any good job. That's why doing the practice was my need. Some years ago, when, or you may say that the the previous year, the last year, when I decided to do my practice by going to regularly going to courts, I and I when I decided to find and made my some chamber in the court. Basically, in Pakistan, there is no rule of chamber making. It's all depends upon power. Who has the power? Who has more money? Who is expert in beating? He grab and illegally occupy some place in the vicinity of the courts, which is our government property and the property of the court. And as they are lawyer, then that's why police don't catch them. And when judges try to take action against them, then they do strikes and become united. So in the previous year, last year, decided to make my own chamber and create my own setting in the court. And firstly, I tried to make my own setting and practice in the session court Lahore, Punjab, Pakistan. I went there and I started practicing my law and communicating and interacting with my clients on the entrance point and gate of the session court by standing. When the other lawyers who were sitting there started noticing that I am grabbing the clients from the way and that it is hazardous to them, then some lawyer named Advocate Satwal and Advocate Amir, to whom I can't forgot, I can't forget, they summoned me on their chamber and threatened me of dire consequences if I didn't abstain from my acts of practicing my law by standing in the thoroughfare and interacting with the clients. And they declare my this practice as illegal and asked me that if I really have to practice, then I will have to sit at some find some sitting and sit there. He abused me, thrashed me, beat me, slapped me, and both of them did the same with me. Upon this, I tried to contact all the bar associations member like president, secretary, and other etc. people and renowned and influential people, but no one helped me. And said to me that in order to lodge complaint against them, I would have to go to Punjab Bar Council, or I will I would have to go to police, or I should go to police. So I on that day called the police called the 15 emergency number as it is a Pakistani number, Pakistani police emergency number. I called the police. Firstly, police was not arriving, but with a lot of hard work, they arrived, and after arrival, they said that it is beyond their capacity to catch a lawyer, and eventually he left him, abandoned him, and didn't caught him, didn't catch him. And then I submitted an application in the relevant police station, and then an application to the superintendent of police, and then I was going to file a writ petition and a suit in order to lower the first information report. But then some renowned lawyers and influential people like Wakar of Lower Bar and Madam Sabahat Rizvi, who are Secretary of Lahore High Court Bar Association, Punjab, Pakistan. He contrarily asked them to take action against me for defaming the lawyer community. When lawyers eat the money of the people, do injustice with the people, then no one said that it's against the community, legal community, and it is disrespectful for the legal community. But when we consider and when someone considers himself just like the civilians and just like the other humans, then they declare it defamatory acts against the legal community, and they start finding the new routes in order to stop them. So the conclusion is that to conclude is that in the end and eventually I compromise with them due to their some friends and due to my need of doing practice there. And during that time, I tried to go to the civil courts. There, I tried to in civil court. I tried to find a to whom we call the vulnerable to. I tried to find a proper sitting for me, and there, but as there too, there is just a prevailing practice of illegal possession. That's why I choose to stand in a thoroughfare and of the in the vicinity of the court and interact with the clients, incoming clients. But there too, and I used to give them a visiting card. But there too, some lawyers, by chance, by mistake, here in Lower Pakistan, the lawyers have a uh, disease and a practice of not wearing their uniform in the court, and hence you cannot recognize and distinguish between a lawyer and a civilian. By mistake, I gave my card to a lawyer, and he disrespected, defamed, and debased me a lot, and asked me to sit on some chamber. I tried to sit on some jungle, and he too. When I started sitting there, then there were no one sitting there. But by the passage of time, and by the passage of time, when I started sitting there, then there used to sit some hawkers there, and those people who don't sit on their sitting, they ask the neighbors or nearby people to look after their place in their absence, and they have a communication with them. So, according to me and according to my logic, those hawkers to whom I removed from my in front of my view, and as he was disrupting and my access to my clients, he contacted that alleged hooligan advocate Wakal Mirza Beg and asked him and told him that a lawyer has arrived and has started sitting on your chamber, or you may say that on your table and chairs. And if you want to remove him, then come here and do his treatment according to your own way. He arrived on the next day, and he asked me to stand up from his place, from his chair. I said, if you have to sit, then sit along with me and along my right side on the other chair. But he said that no, this is my chair, this is my place, this is my sitting, this is my chamber, and I will sit here. The first thing which I would like to highlight and here and explain to all of you is that the place in court is the property of anyone. It is basically the government property, a public place, and everything and every sitting and possession is an illegal possession, and a possession which is achieved by illegal means and through power and illegal means. It is not registered to anyone, and no one pays the rent, no one pays the electricity bills there, and I said the same things to him. But he started abusing me. He was consistently abusing me and debasing me. Finally, he tried to, he threatened me to stand from his place and go somewhere else. Otherwise, he will kick me out by involving some other legal lawyers along with him, which I refused. And then, upon this, he called another lawyer who was an outsider from other city uh, named Sahiwal, maybe Sahiwal, and he used to own the floor mills. He was a young boy like me, along with his other hooligan lawyer and companion. This problematic lawyer, Advocate Takkal Mirza, asked him to this hooligan, other hooligan helper, Advocate Numan Bajwa, named Numan Bajwa. to remove me from his place, and while causing this betterment, he asked him to, in case of my denial, beat me to death and whatever the means he would like to take. Upon this, I when I resisted and refused, then he started abusing me. Nuwan Bajwa, everyone Nuwan Bajwa abusing me. This hooligan lawyer, along with his one companion, started beating me. I had to stand up from my dad's place, and I went far from that place, and I started calling from the emergency helpline 15 of police with a very difficulty, and while calling on the official number of superintendent of police, I called the duty officer and investigation officer IO to come on the crime scene. With a very difficulty here where they tried to lynch me in front of him and in front of one of his gunmen. I ran from that place too on that day. But that case too, I submitted my written application to the area police station, to the station house officer, to the superintendent of police. Then I filed the writ, who is underway, but none were of any use. But none proved to be of any use. Then I again, after some time, again started going to the same old setting of session court, and where I used to interact with my class by standing. During that time, I compromise had happened with my old rivals and enemies, and they even had offered me to they had even offered me to their own sitting, that I refused, and I started sitting on some other empty place, slightly tall Tyrian, and I as I didn't have the any chair. I started using their chair. One morning and evening, I used to shake hand with them and used to thank them. But then, when last yesterday, I attempted to and talked about bringing my table there, then they objected me, and today they abused me, beaten me, and asked me to get lost from that place. I called the police again, and the police, instead of resolving the matter again, ran away and also took me along with him. Now I have again submitted my application in that area's police station. But the stance which I am trying to make is that here in Pakistan, no lawyer wants the other lawyer to survive. No lawyer wants the other lawyer to eat. No lawyer wants the other lawyer to do the business. And as a consequence, and as on this sitting in this place, my own classmate, had had confronted me and abused me and even manhandled me. That's why I stepped back, and right now I am not in mood to take any legal action against him. And upon this, I have decided to make my own home as my chamber, and use my own home as my chamber and social media a mean of interacting with my clients and interacting with all of you, and in order to talk with all of you. And if any of you would like to take my services, legal services, then he may contact, or he or she may contact me on my cell number +923244139397, or he may visit my home, which is on my office door, box number 14, street number 2, Farooq Ganj, Lahore, Punjab, Pakistan. I am a lawyer of High Court, and I uh, fight every type of cases, from lower courts to the high courts. I am specializes in civil, criminal, consumer, family, and all type of litigation and all type of legal help and query. My consultancy, mere consultancy fees, those who are just interested in consultancy, my consultancy's fees is just 5,000 PKR, Pakistan rupees. So, if any of you would like to take my services, and to whomever my message is going, if any of you would like to approach to me, then kindly contact me on my cell number, or come to my office during the daytime, in Pakistani daytime, from 9 to 3 p.m. I would feel happy to assist all of you. I will deal with all of you here, and then I will go on your cases from here and to the courts, and we can meet in the courts. Thank you, and for today, this is all. This is all.